Let me start by asking you this question. Do you need to change your financial life? If the answer is yes, please keep watching. People these days don't really enjoy reading books as they used to. And with TV series and online summaries being available, many don't feel motivated to do so anyway. If reading is not your thing, then start listening to audiobooks instead whenever convenient to you. However, if you would like to change your financial life altogether, it might be time to start reading some incredible books that are out there that can change everyone's financial life. Welcome to my channel. This is Zia Shamir. And today I will be presenting you with my exclusive countdown of the 5 best books to change your financial life. You're definitely going to want to give these ones a read if you would like to flip the script in your financial life. So stay until the end of the video to find out which books can do just that. So do not forget to subscribe my channel and turn on notifications for more great content and more videos like this one. Without further ado, let's begin. The 5th book on our exclusive list today is The Richest Man in Babylon. We are kicking off our list with one of the classics of financial advice, The Richest Man in Babylon. This book is a 1926 book published by George S. Clason that talks about financial advice using a series of parables that are set 4,000 years ago in ancient Babylon. Despite being a century after the parables were originally published, this book is still considered a classic of personal financial advice. That's just how great it is. In the book, the parables are told by a fictional Babylonian character known as Arcad, who began as nothing more than a poor scribe, then became the richest man in Babylon. Arcad talks about the 7 cures to generate money and wealth and the 5 laws of gold to know how to protect and invest wealth. Many of his parables can be summed up in modern-day financial advice for beginners and experts alike. Some of the things he suggests includes paying yourself first, living within your means, and investing in what you know, while also putting importance in long-term savings and home ownership. Arcad's first piece of advice prompts individuals to save 10% of their annual income to start building up wealth. Arcad also advises against luxury expenditures that can be considered needs later on. He says that what we will call necessary expenses will always grow to equal our incomes unless we avoid doing them so. And we should not confuse the necessary expenses with our desires. He advises people to invest their money, to make money their slave, not to make themselves slaves to the money. Arcad advises against taking a risk of loss and investing get-rich-quick schemes. Quote, "Is it wise to be intrigued by larger earnings when Thai principles may be lost? I say not. The penalty of risk is probable loss. Study carefully before parting with Thai treasure, each assurance that it may be safely reclaimed. Be not misled by thine own romantic desires to make wealth rapidly." Unquote. The 4th book on our today's exclusive list is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. The Intelligent Investor is one of the most famous books on the matter of investing in the world of finance because it was written by Benjamin Graham, a famous professor regarded as the godfather of investing. It even includes a revised edition by Jason Zweig, including some really thoughtful additions that make an already great book even better and more set in the present day. The book tells us that you must be careful, focused, and willing to learn new things to be an intelligent investor. Novice investors focus on their numbers and making them grow, but the best investors focus on the journey and experience of investing. Some best practices the book highlights are developing a good sense of critical thinking, impulse control, and emotional intelligence, which Graham mentions that is even more important than IQ when investing. No matter if you're a genius investor, if you can't keep your emotions in check, you might end up making really impulsive decisions in the long term, which will inevitably hurt your finances. The 3rd book on our today's exclusive list is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is basically about Robert Kiyosaki and what he regarded as his 2 dads, his real father, who's the poor dad, and the father of his best friend, the rich dad. Both of these men were important figures in Kiyosaki's life, and they shaped his thoughts about investing and money. Basically, 3 important takeaways from the book are the following statements. First, you don't need a high income to be rich. 2. Rich people make money work for them instead of working for money. The poor and the middle class, for example, work for money. The rich have money work for them. On top of that, what matters is how much money you keep, not how much you make. Third, rich people acquire assets, while the poor and the middle class only acquire liabilities that they think are assets. And by the way, your most powerful asset is your mind. The second book on our today's exclusive list is The Millionaire Fastlane. Next up, we have The Millionaire Fastlane. This book is interesting and insightful because it points out what's wrong with people following a structure in their lives by getting a degree, getting a job, working hard, and retiring rich. It defines wealth in a new day and shows you the path to retiring young. Despite being called The Millionaire Fastlane, this is definitely not a get-rich quick book. It's actually a very stoic approach. Ever since seeing a guy with a legendary Lamborghini Countach, MJ DeMarco knew he wanted to live a rich life. What he didn't want is to get a degree, work for years, save every penny, retire, and then eventually be able to drive his Lamborghini at age 70. And he did so by managing to retire at 33 and became multi-millionaire by then. The 3 most important takeaways from the book are: the wealth stands for 3 things, but none of them are money. At some point, you have to make your income independent of your time, even if your income is dependent on it at some point. And finally, you have to think like a producer, not like a consumer. Wealth includes meaningful relationships with friends and family, being healthy and physically fit, and being free, which is where money comes in. Money can buy you unlimited amounts of freedom to live where you want, eat what you want, travel where and when you want, and follow all your hobbies without worrying on them being too expensive. And instead of trading your time for money, you can now spend it as you wish, which is what wealth is all about. To make your income independent from your time, you have to unlink it from the hours you put into work. This doesn't have to happen in one go where you become an overnight success, but can be a gradual process. You need to build a great product or a company that starts producing passive income even while you sleep. That's the way to become rich and retire young. The first book on our today's exclusive list is Why Didn't They Teach Me This in School? Finally, to finish off our today's list, we have Why Didn't They Teach Me This in School? From Kerry Siegel. Siegel had gotten the idea for this book once he found out that his school didn't really teach kids how to handle money. This book brings young people up to speed with financial management, but you can read this at any point of your life. The book has none other than 99 principles encapsulated into 8 broad lessons about learning to manage your money, so it doesn't end up managing you instead. The book is really concise with only 200 pages that get to the point from the get-go. Siegel holds an MBA from the University of Chicago, but this book is about basics coached in terms that anyone from a high schooler to a university professor can easily understand and take valuable lessons from. Unlike many of the personal money management books out there, this book is a quick, easily digested read that focuses more on the qualitative side than the quantitative side of personal money management. The principles are not from the textbook. Rather, they are practical principles learned by the author as he navigated through his financial life. Many are unorthodox in order to be memorable and provoke deeper thought by the reader. And seemingly, they worked pretty well. The author retired at age 45. What are your thoughts on all of these incredibly well-written best-selling books that have changed financial lives all around the world? Let me know in the comments section below. And while you're at it, don't forget to leave me a like, as it will help reach more audience, and share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel for more valuable videos. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful time.